What do you make of the challenge rule right now? Because I really don't like it. I think it slows down the game and it gets very redundant, and certain challenges aren't really necessary.
Man, I regret being so for this. Like, I was super adamant about, like,
They had to do something, but this isn't the answer.
well, it's once again, it's the NFL, and I just think us as a culture, we need change to everything that happens, right? And what I mean by that is, Des Bryant, right? The catch rule. Granted, I bet the Packers that game, so I was happy that wasn't a touchdown. The degenerate in me. But Des Bryant, America's team, highlight game of the weekend, right? Packers, Green Bay, 1 versus 2 seeder, or they were a top.
No, I think it was a wild card round.
It was a wild card round? No,
they beat Detroit.
Round.
They beat Detroit.
Yes, they beat Detroit. So it was a divisional round game.
Yeah.
But that Cowboys team was really, really good. That was the last Tony Romo year.
Yeah.
And then people forget that. Romo got hurt the next year. Then they got the top 5 pick. And then that's when Dak and Zeke came in.
Yeah.
So really, Dak inherited a 12-win team, 13, whatever they won.
That offense line was starting to come together.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the early stages of how dominant that offensive line was. So you see that call, and people were going ape shit on Twitter. People were losing their minds how bad of a call it was. So what did they do? They made adjustments to the catch rule. Then what happens? The PI no call on the Saints. Ultimately, they come out. You can challenge it. Mm-hmm. It's gotten to a point now where it's like, yo, they're challenging it for everything. And I don't know how you feel about this, but, dude, anytime a pass gets thrown incomplete and there's a collision, don't you just expect a flag?
Do. In
Like,
this day and age.
This day and age, man, a corner makes a hell of a play. It's like, laundry's coming.
Half a second too early. Oh, half a second I can understand, but like even like a fraction of a second, if he's too early, they're gonna call it, or just some sort of little hold. It's I don't know. I still think to this day, like I don't know how safeties play the game anymore. I know it's hard to be a corner, but even safeties, they're put in positions where even when they lower their shoulder, their helmet might make a little bit of a connection, and they get 15 yards. Like that's another thing that I just think they need to moderate. But it's just you see at least once or twice a game a challenge on a play where, and I just think the officiating needs to get better. Like they should. It's just these guys have 15, 20 years experience. They should have whether the resources or just the knowledge where you can,
or being full time.
Yeah,
these guys aren't full time. I don't know if people know that, but they're not full time.
Right.
Like their job isn't just I'm an NFL ref. It's like I own a deli. Actually, probably not, but like I'm a teacher, or someone else is like a banker.
Yeah.
And it's like part time. They're making like $250,000 a year, but it's like, yo, you bring in close to $10 billion in revenue. You can't hire full time refs.
Yeah. That Eagles Packers game, classic game, but the officiating and I think it was Scantling that got robbed, like down the right sideline. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, and they challenged that PI call too.
Yeah.
So it's just overreacting to what happened in that playoff game.
Yeah, I just think there needs to be a better way that we could do this because it's slowing down the game, and the game's being slowed down enough between the holding calls and of course obviously cornerbacks or just defensive backs in general not being able to use their hands as much. It's just I don't know. Everyone wants the game to be quicker, and you do see teams running more no huddle, but it's still like it just slows down the pace, and you have to wait 3 minutes, and it's just given the technology we have these days. Something needs to happen more efficiently.